Coming up on Mountain News Weekend Edition, severe flooding sweeps through much of eastern and central Kentucky. How communities in the area are reacting to the damage.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. Several counties in eastern Kentucky have been seeing major flooding, including the Belfry community in Pike County. WYMT's Chaz Jenkins has more from first responders and eyewitnesses on what the situation has been like.
A devastating morning in Belfry, leaving a community in trouble.
It is receding at the headwaters of Pond Creek, but we are looking at some more water coming out of western Kentucky.
With several properties damaged by the flooding.
People lose their cars and so on, and then people get stuck at work. Like my wife worked 12 hours, and I've tried to get a hold of her, so I got to sit here regardless. But we can only wait. That's all we can do is wait it out.
A situation that has left community members worried.
Not only me, a lot of people. I'd say most of the people here is worried about people down there, and they will pull together and help. But what about those who can't afford insurance? And with this coronavirus going on and so on, you know, that couldn't work and so on, where are they?
With first responders already performing 45 rescues.
No casualties this time. There have a lot of homes that have sustained a lot of water. At this time, we don't know anything other than that. Several vehicles, homes.
Offering a helping hand during a time of crisis.
People that's lost food and so on at the mouth of right beside Runyon School, Church of God. And they're great people. They'll help anybody. And right now, I'd say people need help.
Ready for action to save their community. In Pike County, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Jackson says if the weather stays calm, the situation should begin to improve quickly. Governor Beshear has declared a state of emergency after the heavy rain and flooding that came through Kentucky early Saturday morning. Kentucky Emergency Management has activated the State Emergency Operations Center, including personnel from the Kentucky National Guard and KSP. Pike County has also declared a state of emergency after damage caused by the severe flooding in the county. With areas across the region underwater following the overnight rainfall, first responders in Floyd County spent the afternoon clearing roadways and rescuing those in need. When an impassable road on Kentucky 1426 near Harold was met with a couple of stalled cars, volunteer firefighters from Betsy Lane and Allen showed up to lend a hand. Crews were able to get a man and woman back to dry land after an unsuccessful attempt to make it through several feet of water. A call that was one of many, according to Sheriff John Hunt, that could be avoided with a little extra caution.
We ask that anybody not go through any high water, but it happens. We know it happens, and then one person sees one go through it, and then they get the nerve up to say they can do it, and next thing you know, we're having to go rescue somebody 100 yards out in the water that couldn't make it as good as the vehicle before them.
Sheriff Hunt says there have been no known major injuries reported in the county, which he considers a blessing. And he encourages community members to stay safe and stay home as possible to keep roadways free for first responders. Pike County was hit hard by the overnight rainfall, with many roadways and areas underwater throughout the day. In areas like Chloe Road, seeing a familiar issue. A mudslide closed both lanes of the Pikeville Road through the afternoon as Kentucky Transportation Cabinet crews worked to clear the debris. The area is just past the elementary school, and anyone traveling that road is asked to be cautious, even once the roadway is clear, since the continued rainfall could create more water concerns for the slide. Kentucky State Highway 2024 is closed indefinitely in Owsley County due to flood damage. The closure is at mile 2.6 after the bridge crossing Indian Creek took severe damage. Transportation Cabinet personnel are at the site and are planning to build a temporary low water crossing once the creek subsides. There is no alternative route, and officials say around 175 cars use the bridge. The closure location is just south of Grassy Branch Road in the Ricetown community. We have some viewer-submitted video from this morning showing severe road flooding. This is from just north of Pikeville at Scott Fork. Thank you to Melinda Branham for sharing this video that shows just how severe the flooding was in that area of Pikeville. And some more viewer-submitted video from the Stone Coal area, also from the heavily hit Pike County. Despite how it may appear, that is not a river. Lindsay Blackburn shared this dramatic video of her view of the flooding, which caused many streams and creeks to rise in a matter of minutes. As things get under control in Pike County, officials are preparing for whatever comes next. Community leaders in Belfry say as more information comes in, they're assessing a plan moving forward. Fire Chief Nee Jackson adds his crews have been in contact with emergency services. The current objective is to assess damage.
Trying to check on folks to see if they need any housing. Most people here take care of their own. They have friends and family that they stay with until they can start the cleanup process. So
Jackson asked everyone to stay safe and out of harm's way during the next couple of days. The Kentucky Wildcats closed out their season in Orlando, playing in the Citrus Bowl against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Our sports director John Lowe joins us now with more details on the big game.
That's right, Keaton. For the second time in the last 4 years, the Wildcats found themselves in Orlando chasing a double-digit win season. Kentucky facing the Iowa Hawkeyes in the Citrus Bowl. Let's pick things up late in the fourth quarter. Cats down 17-13. Will Levis connects with Wandale Robinson, who gets popped right there. But he somehow holds on to the ball. Keeps the drive alive, though. Then a couple of plays later, after getting his bell rung just now, Robinson with the big-time reception again. He goes 52 yards all the way inside the 5. Big Blue Nation rocking right there. And that would set up this. A lead-changing 6-yard run by Chris Rodriguez, but there's still over a minute to go. Did Kentucky leave too much time on the clock for the Hawkeyes? Well, let's see. Iowa dropping back, looking to get into field goal range, but DeAndre Square is there and put this game on ice. The Kentucky Wildcats, for only the 4th time in program history, gets a 10-win season with a 20-17 win over Iowa. Here's what Mark Stoops had to say following the win.
I'm proud of being short-handed in certain areas, moving guys around in certain areas, and stepping up and being able to beat a quality opponent in Iowa. This is not easy to get to this game. It's not easy to win 10 games, and just proud of the effort from everybody involved.
All right, now we'll have more highlights and reaction from Orlando coming up in sports overtime in about 10 minutes or so. But Keaton, certainly a game that Big Blue Nation will remember for a long time. Back to you.
Thank you, John. It certainly was. Coming up next at 11, COVID cases are still skyrocketing as we head into the new year, but hospitalizations are lagging behind.